Welcome to Football Pass, where tonight we are joined by Charlie Adam. Charlie, what a superstar you've been at Dundee. Are you enjoying your time there?
Yeah, no, listen, it was an opportunity to come back that, if you look back, I was thinking that maybe it would never come round, and the opportunity come round, the manager phoned me, and we had a few discussions, and yeah, we got something done, and I'm delighted to be back because, over the last 6 or 7 weeks, we started to pick up, and we're getting a few good results.
And congratulations on your Championship Player of the Month for December. How does that feel?
Yeah, no, listen, I'm delighted. The individual awards are something that you get, but you don't get them without good teammates around you and a good management team. So, listen, I'm delighted to pick it up. The last 6 or 7 weeks, like you said, the team's performances have picked up. So, obviously, naturally, then, individual performances have picked up as well. Collectively, we've been good. So, no, listen, it's good to be playing my part, which I said at the start of the season I expected to do that I'm looking to try and get 10 goals, 10 assists, and we're getting there slowly but surely.
And talking of goals, you've scored some great goals in your time. Goal against Dunfermline from the halfway line. How high up is that on your top goals for yourself?
Oh no, listen, I've scored a few good ones. The goal earlier in the season was great, but I know that you're obviously a St Mirren fan, and I've scored a couple of good ones there. I remember scoring one for St Mirren against Motherwell, and some good goals as well. But no, over my career, I'm fortunate enough to have scored a couple of good ones, but they're hard to pick. Different importance of each goal. The goal at Wembley, and also that goal against Chelsea. But no, they're great goals, and you're fortunate enough to be able to play and score these type of goals.
And you were mentioning about the team's performance and how you've been getting on. You must be delighted with the result against Bonnyrigg Rose in the Scottish Cup.
The result, yes. Performance, no. We dominated the play, we dominated possession, but never really done enough with it. We created enough chances to win a game, but weren't clinical enough. And if you're not clinical enough, you always give the opposition an opportunity to score. And we got a penalty against us, which was soft. But listen, fair play to the lads. The character they showed to go 94 and a half minutes to get that equaliser. And once we got the equalisers, I tried to tell the lads, just stay calm, be positive, keep doing what we're doing. The goals will come, and we had another setback in extra time, but we bounced back again and got that goal, and then we managed to get the winner late on, and over the piece we were just delighted to get into the next round.
And I guess with everything postponed at the moment, you kind of lose momentum a wee bit.
Yeah, we do, and that's the blow at the moment for us, is that we're on a good run, and games getting called off or anything like that. So we were discussing it today actually at training, that we need to try and get as many games on as possible and close the gap on Hearts, because we don't know what's going to happen in the next few weeks. A shutdown might come, a revamp of the leagues at the end of the season could come as well. So I think it's important that the SFA look at something, that the leagues, maybe the SPL goes to maybe a 14-team league, and then other clubs that from the Highland League and the Lowland League come into the SPFL as well. So we'll see what happens. But important, if you do your own business and we keep winning football matches, then we'll put the pressure on Hearts at the top.
And talking about doing the business, you'll be looking at your old club Rangers, and they're 21 points clear at the moment. How are you thinking their season's going so far?
They've done brilliant. I think the standard they've set, I think since the manager's come in, really, he's a top class manager. He's got a presence, he's got an aura. He's taken what he was like as a footballer on the pitch off it. He's calm, composed. He's for what he achieved in the game, and I was fortunate enough to share a dressing room. He was humble in what he'd achieved. There was no arrogance, no overconfidence. He just got around his business, and it looks like he seems to be doing that as a manager as well. I think he's becoming, a top manager. You could see him growing into the job year in, year out since he's been there, and they've got themselves in a fantastic position, but there is still a long way to go. there's only one game at a time. Rangers will keep saying. I could see the manager saying that it's one game at a time, and we focus on the next one. And the next one's the difficult one because it's a Motherwell at Fir Park. It is going to be difficult, but you look at Rangers' form. They keep churning out results and wins. And I said on many times at the moment now, I think Rangers are the only team that can beat themselves to this league. I think if they keep performing the way they can, no one will catch them. But if they take the foot off the gas, then it could be a longer season than they think. But they've put themselves in a good position, and they need to just keep going and focusing on the next game.
And I guess, as you say, anything can happen with Raith Rovers announcing today players and staff have now contracted the COVID virus. Fortunately, Rangers have not managed to have any of that come their way, which is brilliant. But you just never know at this current climate. Anything could happen.
No, you don't, and that's where you think you're in a safe bubble. You think you're doing the right things, and then all of a sudden, obviously, Rangers had the one or two from the couple of lads that had the misdemeanour, and they suffered for that by getting a 7-game suspension. And Celtic, obviously, the COVID and the isolation from coming back from Dubai. It was only not physically COVID. The other lads had to isolate because they'd been near Julian, and obviously he's the one that contracted it. So he sort of put pressure on everybody else, and Celtic as a club have come out and made a statement, but they'll be looking to try and move on from this and get themselves back into a league position and pushing again, because up till now it's not been the levels that they've set over the last 9 years really. Obviously they've won 9 in a row, and it is difficult to do, but it seems to be out at the moment. Everything's going against them, but not because of anything else apart from just their own misdemeanours. And obviously the opportunity they had going to Dubai is something that they get now.
And they're playing Livy. They're going to be hosting them on Saturday. Livy have had a great run, 8 games, straight wins at the moment, but they're quite a strong physical side. How do you think Celtic are going to play on Saturday against them?
Well, that's the thing. It's Livingston will be gone, sniffing a little bit of blood because of what's going on at Celtic. They're having not the full strength squad. Livingston are great form. Obviously, the game last night, the game against Aberdeen, was off because of waterlogged pitch. But they'll be taking confidence going to Celtic Park, thinking this could be a chance to go and get something and getting a win. So it'll be a tough game for Celtic, but also I think the Rangers game is a tough game. So they'll just be looking at each other to win the games and focus on themselves and see what else happens.
And looking back, the last time that Livingston were beaten, it was actually at home from St Mirren. Your old club, 2005-2006 season was fantastic for you. You won the cup as also promotion as well. Do you look fondly at your time at St Mirren?
Yeah, I loved it. I was talking to Gus today actually. Still in regular contact with him, and he's I'd just like to see him get back in with an opportunity, because he's a manager that basically made me a man, helped me out and gave me a platform to go and play my football, expressed himself within me, and him and Andy Millen were great for me to go and make a career for myself really. And I owe them a lot for what platform they gave me to play. But good people, good football club. I did unfortunately I tipped them at the start of the season to finish in the relegation zone, but fair play to Jimmy's. I know it's bad. I just thought that everybody kept tipping Hamilton. I just felt this would be something different, but fair play to them. The lads that they brought in, obviously signing Eamon Brophy is a very good signing, getting that over the line. I always worried at the start of the season where the goals would come from. They don't score a lot of goals, but they don't concede too many as well. So that's a plus. But to get somebody like Brophy in, a Scottish international, who will look to kick on now to the end of the season, and then obviously make his deal permanent. So that was a good signing. And obviously they signed a lad that was I remember playing against him when he was at Huddersfield, who's a big lad. He's a big strong lad as well, but he can also he can run in behind. So they're making good progress. It's a good club, no debt, just good training ground. Stadium is fantastic and a good support.
And you mentioned about Brophy signing. Great news that he's going to be able to play in the cup fixture against Livingston. Who do you tip for that one? Forgetting that I'm a St Mirren fan.
No, I think St Mirren now are a good side. They've got the confidence up. They're playing well. It'll be a good game. But like you say, my loyalists will have to live with St Mirren. I obviously tipped them at the start of the season to struggle, but I would like to see them in a cup final. I was fortunate enough to watch them, see my brother playing in a cup on the bench in the cup final last time they won the League Cup. So it'd be good to see them get to another cup final with, they've got good support and be a great day out.
And then there's a big match happening at the weekend again, one of your former clubs, big derby, Man United, Liverpool. What are your thoughts about that game?
Well, it's made it all a bit more interesting now that Man United have actually managed to get to the top of the league. Probably not played at the levels they'd expect, but they're in there. And Liverpool now they've got a challenge of maybe 3 or 4 behind them now. I still believe that Liverpool can win the league, no matter what's happening. But if Man United win on Sunday, they go 6 points clear of Liverpool, and then it's an uphill task. But you'd still fancy Liverpool at home to win, but it will be a difficult match.
And what's it like playing in a big derby like that? Because you've obviously played for Liverpool against Man United. What are those games like as a player?
Well, it's the biggest. They say it's the biggest game, but at that time United were on top really with City. When I was there, and we were challenged. We managed to beat them, I think, as well. So it were great games because they had a top team and people like Scholes and Giggs and Van Persie, Rooney, and that were playing as well. So they were good matches, and we were lucky that we come up a couple of wins as well. So they were great games, and the build up is just phenomenal. But I keep saying it, there's no game bigger than the Old Firm.
And talking about the build-up, slightly different without fans. You'll be experiencing that this season as well. As a player, are you quite? Or do you play better when there's fans around? Does that sort of help you, or doesn't make a difference? You're going to play well either way.
Yeah, well, you try and play well, but I think if the lads, whoever you're interviewed would say the line that the fans do help. They especially if you're behind, and you need to try and pull something from somewhere. The fans try to sort of get behind you, and listen, there is no better feeling especially when you score. When you score in front of supporters and celebrating with them, it's amazing. But at the moment, we seem to we got used to not having the fans there, and it will be strange. We had Inverness earlier a couple of weeks ago, just before Christmas, and they had 300 in, and it was nice to see fans, and a few of them gave me a bit of stick, but it was good to see supporters back, and hopefully, like I say, once we can get into a position where there's more supporters into grounds, it'll be great, and we can all enjoy football again like that.
Most definitely. Charlie, thank you so much for your time. Please do stay safe. What are you up to tonight? Not that you can do much.
No, nothing. Kids, I've got this dog's jumping on me right here, but so kids will be going to bed
Can we
soon,
see
and
it?
then I'll watch.
What's your dog called?
Yeah. Simba. Oh, there he is.
Oh, gorgeous. What kind of dog's that?
He's a toy poodle. Go. So, yeah.
Amazing.
So I'll be kids to bed, and then I'll watch see if there's any football on to probably watch that.
Brilliant. Charlie, thank you so much for your time and for Simba's debut on the video. It's great to have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.